Okay, so for this vid, I'm going to show you how to make a custom modifier. So make your own. It's really easy. It's super, it's super powerful, uh, and it's pretty fun. So since I can't think of one, a modifier I haven't made, well, I'm going to make one I've already made, but since I can't think of one, that I could do quickly, we're going to just recreate the spherify uh, modifier, and I'm just going to call it spherify with an I because I don't want it to be named the same thing. Okay, so you can either put it in the mesh modifiers namespace or just use mesh modifier. Let's see, mesh modifiers. All of the ones that I've made are, obviously in the mesh modifiers namespace, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so all you have to do is inherit from mesh modifier base. Let me get rid of these guys. Whoops. And then it'll say, yo, dude, you don't have the abstract methods. This is the only one you actually need, but there are other virtual ones you can override. So pre-mod and post-mod, if you need to do something, if you don't want to do something on every vertex, you can do it in here, and this will be called before any modifications are made, and then obviously after. So that, I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then also this mesh modifier base has a reference to the modifier object, which when you add any modifier to a mesh, a modifier object gets added, which is basically like a manager. So you can reference other stuff like the mesh's bounds, vertex count, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so cool. But yeah, this method is pretty much all you need for 90% of the modifiers you'll make. You get sent vertex data, which has what you'd expect. It has a normal position and a tangent. It also has a base position, which is, can be used for stuff. So base position is basically, if the mesh wasn't modified at all, this is where the vertex would be. So, you can just use that for whatever you want. I used it for a couple of things. Okay, so this is going to spherify it. So let's add a flute. So this will be radius and strength. And we're going to start it off at 0. So 0. So we can see what it does. Okay, so we're just going to return, can never remember, vector3 dot lerp. So we're going to lerp between the current position, so vertex data dot position, and the normalized position times the radius. So that's just going to put it on a sphere. So that's going to be the goal point, and then obviously we're going to lerp to it based off of strength. So yeah, I'm not going to explain lerp. So now this should just work. It'll automatically get picked up by the mod object, which the manager, and just do its thing. Continue. Okay, so you can see it added a modifier object. So now, if we turn up the strength, whoa, so that's a pretty big radius, but there you go. So we could lower the whatever. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I guess yeah. There's another. So there's mesh modifier base. There's noise modifier base, which I'll probably noise modifier base inherits from mesh modifier base. It just makes it a little easier to do noise modifiers. So all of my noise modifiers obviously inherit from it. That's kind of a video of its own though, so I'm not going to explain it now. All right, cool.